She didn't even watch the movie. How can she go in there and give it 5 stars?
Just because for Bobby Lee. I don't
Thanks.
know why we love him so much, but we do.
She got a thing for Korean dick. That's all it is.
It's just Bobby Lee's dick. This week on Trees in Space, Jason and I watched the 2024 sci-fi action adventure comedy Borderlands.
We did. Did you ever play the game?
No,
I did.
did you?
I really did. I got into it for about a good month, maybe.
Okay, and to you, how much was this movie factual to the source material?
Well, because I didn't do the source material to the point where I'm trying to solve the adventure like this movie did. I don't know. I don't know because like any open world game, you have so many side quests to go on, do all these different kind of things, and there's really no like there's the main overarching mission, but I don't know what the hell that was
Huh?
because I never got to that point before I got bored with it. But I will say that they did a really good job of Tantina.
Tiny
They did,
Tina, yeah.
she was perfect.
Okay.
Um, the God, what's her name? Lilith.
Mm-hmm.
Her look was perfect. She was way too old to be Lilith. Lilith is like 22. Um, Roland, terrible cast. Oh my God, he's like a massive man, and they got Kevin Hart, but they still looked outside of him because it's so short. But the look of these characters,
Yeah.
perfect. I don't know about the storyline though because I didn't follow the storyline.
Well, for those of you like me who have never played the game, didn't know what it was like, I didn't realize it was an open world adventure game. This movie is based off of that video game of best-selling nature. This is an all-star action adventure following a ragtag team of misfits on a mission to save a missing girl who holds the key to unimaginable power.
Well, for those
Now,
that say it sounds a lot like the Fifth Sense or the
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, it does.
Also, based off of this, um, that's not the movie I watched. Did you watch that movie? Because that's
Yeah,
not it.
you don't think it was a bunch of? It had a very feeling of the
First of
first.
all, they weren't saving a missing girl. She was kidnapped, and then she was found by a bounty hunter, and then the bounty hunter joined the team, and yeah, like she was never missing
I guess that's the only
in the
part that's
movie
really
the
not.
whole time.
But it does say missing in the movie because you don't know what happened to her until the bounty hunter finds her. You don't know what the characters did with her. Um, to me, the first 15, 20 minutes was so Guardian of the Galaxy vibes. I felt like that's what I was watching with the music and then the title cards and the different characters and different type of characters. I
Yeah,
think we're trying to pull some of that.
I can't help but feel like this movie was not original whatsoever. There were ties to me to Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, Guardians of the Galaxy. There were, I wish I wrote them down, but there were like lines straight out of other movies in this movie.
There was. Uh, and like when I played the game, I like the open world concept. And you've played open world concepts, I'm sure. Um,
Red Dead
that's what I want.
Redemption
I hope
2
the
is
movie's
like
gonna be
my
about
jam.
where you know you're a character. You follow this one character doing this open world thing, and you get to see more of the world, and
Right.
not just none of the world. Because all you saw was a desert. You saw nothing in this world. I didn't like that.
I'm gonna drop a spoiler here, but as soon as you start watching this movie, it's clear that Lilith is the key. Like, I don't know why they were saying Tiny Tina the entire time. Like, I knew right away. Like, yeah, she's the one who's gonna find the vault.
I didn't know that.
Really?
No, I thought they played it off pretty well that Tina was because of how she became into existence.
Okay.
Um, I think about halfway through, I kind of started figuring it out. But the very beginning, I had no idea. So
Uh,
I do like the beginning where he, She's getting her drink, turns around, and those two guys come up, and the guy goes, "They work for me." And he goes, "My employee is not a patient person." She goes, "I get that," and she shoots the two dudes, boom, boom, and beats the dude up. And the guy in the back applauds, stands up, start talking shit. And he goes, these used to be my employee. And before he could even say anything, she shoots him.
Yep.
I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, the beginning of the movie I think was probably the best part of the movie. I did like what Claptrap.
I did not.
I found Claptrap funny. I found that he was potentially the best part of the movie. Like when he goes, there's a 0% chance that you guys will create a diversion and you will survive. And
Wow,
she's
that never happened before.
yeah, and then she's like, well, what about with you? And he's like, uh-oh. And he
No,
just
see,
goes, like, I thought it was funny. Like,
it
in the
was,
whole
but it
time.
was too much of it. He had to say something every third line. And comedy thing. It's like, dude, little is better, or less is more. In this, it's like every time he'd say something, oh, it's supposed to be funny, but it was overkill to me. I'm like, Jesus Christ, will someone shut him up?
I think
Just,
that was the point, that he was annoyingly funny.
but he wasn't even fun. I mean, he's funny the first two, three times. But I mean, 18 little smart, serious sayings in the first 10 minutes. Have you seen Rogue One?
Yes.
Okay, you know the tall robot one, the tall robot in Rogue One,
Yeah, the depressed one, right?
the one that was basically Claptrap, same character, but
See?
very limited screen time to say stuff, and it worked. But it's just me.
Right.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Maybe you know, maybe you don't. How long was this movie in in post production? Do you think? I don't know. I'm asking for a reason.
I'm not sure. I know it was filmed during COVID. So 2020 is when they filmed 2021, let's say. So 3 years.
Well, you answered my question. Thank you, because I didn't know. Because that little girl played Tina. Tina, that girl.
She's not so tiny anymore.
She's the daughter in the Barbie movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, she growed up.
yeah. She's also baby or young Gamora in
Wow.
Endgame.
Those are some big credits.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry that she just happened to be in a really shitty movie after she was in such successful movies.
Mm.
Uh,
Uh, was any of it a surprise to you? To me, it was like an ABC
it,
cookie cutter.
yeah, it was, picturesque suburbia, with your cul-de-sacs, all the houses are exactly the same size, the same garage, or every third house is slightly different. It followed a blueprint, and like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't the worst movie I've seen, but it's next to it, and guess what? Kevin Hart starred in both of them.
I don't
So,
think it was that bad of a movie
um, I
because
was upset that there wasn't more of um the guy with the mask.
the guy on the good guy side or the other
Yeah,
guy. Okay, yes,
like he's
Craig.
on the
Craig
fucking
was his
cover.
name.
He's on the cover of the video games.
He is. All of them are.
Is
But he's
he
the big one.
not more prominent? Like, why is he not like, I don't know. I wanted to see more of that guy.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because he doesn't speak too well, or maybe I don't have a clue. I know. I think Tiny Tina was the best part of the movie. I think because I knew her character in the game,
Okay.
so it was like spot on. The blown up with bunnies and stuff, like it was spot on. I don't know the rest of them that well, but you're
Uh,
right. Craig should have been in there more. So just be the dumb doofus, you know.
right, the muscle, like, and I appreciated the scenes like when Claptrap couldn't go up the stairs. And he's like, "Hey, Craig, buddy." And he just grabs him by the wheel and starts dragging him up. And he's clunking every stair on the way. Like, I
Yeah,
thought that was cute. I thought it was funny. Like, all right, cool.
he
Who
did
am I?
take care of other people. He did take care of the small ones. He took care of
Yeah,
Tina. He took care of Claptrap. He get heart.
he did. And I had no idea that there were more of those things in the world. And then apparently there's a subcategory, a chud variation of the, you know, whatever they're called.
Berserkers, right? Psychos, psychopaths, something, yeah. Because and when he says chud, he doesn't mean cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
We should probably do that movie. Segue. Uh, I don't know. It just. Oh, can we talk about? Is it Jodie Foster? Is that who is in this? No, the
Your
scientist.
first guess, which second guess?
Um,
Starts with a J. That was good though.
Jamie
Yes,
Lee Curtis.
there it is.
Holy tits, Batman!
Yes, she did.
Like when you first get introduced to her, I consider myself a gentleman. I couldn't not help but look.
Well,
I
it's because they pushed him up to her chin.
Yeah, they were like all up and present, and then the rest of the movie, not that much of an eyesore.
Hey, it's worth half a stump.
I may have to adjust my score because of that.
I'm
Uh,
telling you, I mean, she's like 65 or something now. I don't even care.
that
I
Activia
mean,
is doing wonders for that woman.
Well, what do you think about the bad guy? Do you think that was good technology he had? I mean, she ends up turning into basically the Phoenix,
Yes.
and he has basically a shield on
Mhm.
him and the thing that fires. And it seemed like the ending, even though it was kind of seen by you pretty early on, I still took a while to get to that because I was like, why are they doing her backstory? No one cares, and we find out who she is, and she's the person. And that's fine, but the final fight was weak.
Yeah. I mean, it was like watching an Avengers movie or like the freaking Captain Marvel movie. Like
Yes, yes,
it
it was.
was it was I think it's because I've already seen it. Like, show me something different. Like, show me something new. And like, I don't know. You're saying there was other missions. Isn't there a better mission they could have chosen out of Borderlands than that one?
Yeah, I all I know is when they first introduced us to Lilith, as she's doing the voiceover, and telling that lady behind the bar, yeah, you hear about the Senate thing where two people got killed. Well, he's the trigger man. I want to see that story. I want to see the story of the Senate that got blown up and two people died.
Right.
Show us that
Please.
because that's still Borderlands. Because my understanding when I played Borderlands, you don't just stay on Prometheus or whatever place that's planet they were on. You go to all these different planets,
Right.
so you can do anywhere.
Yeah. Pick a different storyline. Like, but again, it was like Star Wars when they go into the cantina.
Mm.
And it was just uh it was
I
just
just, I think it was written for 13-year-old and 14-year-old kids.
but if I'm not mistaken, Borderlands came out early 2000 teens.
Oh yeah, I think yeah, at least 10 years ago. Yeah, they waited too
So
long. They should have wrote it for a 30-year-old person or 25-year-old person.
exactly.
Yeah,
They should have wrote it for me and they didn't.
they should have wrote for somebody who was playing the game when at its peak in 2012 when they were 12. So someone who was like 24, 25 who could understand it. Make it rated R.
Yeah, something. I mean, or find somebody who's never seen Star Wars, who's never seen uh freaking come on, big boy. What's the other thing? Star
Oh, the one I
Wars.
just mentioned, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Thank you.
the Marvels. Yeah,
Or any other, space movie.
yeah, they just rehashed the same storyline again. And I'm so tired of these movies doing that. I mean, I'm not sure what else they're supposed to do, but I mean, I didn't I didn't care for the world building. It was very weak, and there wasn't enough of the world. When I played the game, I'm engulfed in the world.
Mm.
It's like play. They should do a what's that game you love to play?
Red Dead Redemption.
No, no, you're falling from the sky and you kill each other.
Oh, Fallout. Not Fallout, Fortnite.
Fortnite. See, Fortnite is limited because the basic thing is you go to an area, you kill each other, the area gets smaller.
Yes.
They could easily do a Fortnite movie where they follow the first person for 10 minutes and then they follow someone else the first 10 minutes. And then you follow like four different people. And then about 2/3 way through the movie, they meet up together because it's in that small area. And you do little side stories. and do an hour and 20 minutes. And people are like, that's how the movie's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. It's just like the game. This was not that.
No, and like I hate the fact that it wasn't that good. I wanted it to be better than Mortal Kombat. I wanted it to be better than Mortal Kombat 2. I wanted it to be better than Street Fighter. I wanted it to be better than these other video game movies that they turned movie or video games.
Did they redo Street Fighter?
I don't know.
Are you talking about the original Street Fighter from like 1997?
Yeah, with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You don't think it was better than Street Fighter?
No.
Okay, that's.
I think the Dead or Alive movie was better than this. And that movie was pretty meh.
I haven't seen Dead or Alive.
It's good. It's got Jamie Lee Presley in it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out all the different movies they made from video games.
Resident Evil.
I'm trying to think of any good movies they made from video games.
Resident Evil was good.
The original one was not too bad. I don't
know why they followed Alice, but
well, they did put them together. They got Alice and they got that one girl with the short skirt.
Claire. No, Jill.
Jill, she's badass, and I liked him when they mixed him in part 2. I guess we're getting off traffic. We're getting off traffic.
See, I'm telling you, that's how bad this movie was.
We'd rather talk about movies we ain't seen in 10 years.
Yeah, we'll talk about another movie over this one. I don't know how much. I mean, again, I don't really have much more to say about this. If you don't have much more to say about this, I guess we can go ahead and see what our audience rated this movie or reviewed this movie. Let's get into our 1-star and 5-star reviews. The first 5-star review comes from Joe. This is a Star Wars version of gaming movies. Absolute masterpiece. It should be given an Oscar consideration. Kevin Hart is the new Rambo of our generation. Check it out. Better than all the Marvel movies put together. Go check it out.
This is either being sarcastic or this man or boy was paid to give a 5-star review, because you can enjoy a movie and say it's 5 stars without that BS that they wrote. Oscar?
Yeah, better than all of the Marvel movies put together. I'm pretty sure Iron Man was pretty freaking great.
I think it's better than Iron Man 2 and 3 and Thor 2, Thor 4. But anyways, it wasn't better than Ragnarok.
It's better than the Fantastic Four movies.
It's not Marvel though. Okay, 1 star or less. Haywood J. Everything about this movie sucked. Horribly cast, horribly written, cheesy effects, piss poor acting. Did any of these clowns even play the game? I don't think you had to play the game to be the actor. I guess you might want to. You might play it so what like characters like, so you can play it, but the director tells them not to, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was just reminded of a scene in this movie. You remember when Kevin Hart was on the other side of the fence, the gate to the elevator, fighting people off, and then all of a sudden he appeared on the elevator? Like, how the hell did he get through all those Banshee people through the gate into the elevator shaft?
I don't know how he survived, how he got out of the elevator shaft. There was a lot of this, like, okay, here we are, now we're here. Here we are, now we're here. It's like there was a lot of like plot convenience without like showing things they needed to show.
Yeah, it was a lot of jump cuts.
Yes.
All right, well, let's see what Riley L has to say about this. The stars,
oh my god,
are for Bobby Lee. I didn't watch it, but I didn't really have to, did I? It has Bobby Robert Lee, the greatest little Korean man to grace the era of our lifetimes. Anyway, Borderlands? Probably won't watch it unless Bobby Lee shoots me an email and sends me a 20 to rent it on Amazon. I'll screenshot the purchase and send it back and make everyone at the firehouse watch it. Love, Riley.
See, if I was the one doing the reviews, that would be my what the F review.
Yeah, what? I know.
Okay, I saw Bobby Lee was in this, and he was still Bobby Lee.
He
He
was
is
probably the best character. He did the best in the movie to
he
me.
no, he was Bobby Lee. He reminded me of the character I see of the guy he does his podcasting. Same dude. He has not
Yeah,
changed.
I liked it. I think he was the best. I think he was. I wanted more Bobby Lee.
Well, they need to put Bobby Lee in a proper movie for him. So like a rom stupid slapstick I'm dumb comedy.
I wonder. He think he could probably play rom com, like
Yeah, I
a
think
Jake
he'd be fine like in
Holiday.
a remake of Wedding Crashers or
I
something
was
like
thinking the Holiday,
that.
the Jack Black character.
Oh God. That's I'm getting, you know what? We're reviewing this movie. That's making my estimation of the movie go down. So my next 1 star or less, Lewis L. I pirated this movie and I still feel entitled to a refund.
Oh my god, that's a good one. I didn't catch that one when I was going through them. I like that one. Rachel B with the last 5-star review says, I have been a huge fan of the Borderlands game since they came out in 2009. This movie was true to the storyline and the characters. It was hilarious, action packed, and entertaining. I love the Borderlands games, and this movie was perfect. Can't wait to watch it again.
Okay, Rachel, I have no doubt you believe that 2009. I don't know if it's like the game or not, so I'll believe you. I don't think the CGI was great. Oh, and back to the Bobby Lee thing. This lady, Riley L, she didn't even watch the movie. How can she go in there and give it 5 stars?
Just because for Bobby Lee. I don't
Thanks.
know why we love him so much, but we do.
She got a thing for Korean dick. That's all it is.
It's just Bobby Lee's dick.
My last 1 star review comes from Stephen W. Too bad they love catering to 13-year-olds and not the people who grew up playing it. Card of how good to story and violence was. You wanted to cater for everyone, and now you cater for no one. We want blood, gore, and a little something more. There's a misspelling there or something. I'm trying to figure out what they meant to say. The card of how good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I I I agree with whatever you said.
More blood though. Yeah, there should have been blood.
Yeah. Um the was the furthest review came from August 9th, from Chris, which was 2 stars. Really bad, great cast, but it just seems like they made it up as they went along.
I think they did. I
Yeah,
think that's possible. There's three keys.
playing the game at the same time, like, oh, they did this, this, and this. All right, let's go ahead and film that.
Yeah. Fill the blanks in after you do the 3 parts here. The
Yeah.
3 keys. Oh, she's the third key. It's like, why is it? I know. Why? I would love to see a movie that does this. There's 3 keys. And then 1, 2, was the third one. Well, that's going to be on Akbar. Oh, it's not her? No. Why would you think it was her? I don't know. Everything I've ever seen in my whole life thinks the third key is the person. It's not a person.
Yeah.
No, it's actually a thing. It's a key. I would love to see a movie that does that.
All right. Now we heard from the audience. Now let's go ahead and get into what Rotten Tomatoes and the audience scored this movie. Rotten Tomatoes went ahead and scored this at an astounding 10%, while the audience, you at home, ranked this movie at 53%. Jason, how do you feel about these scores?
I think they're both completely wrong. I think right in the middle, it's not bad enough to be 10%, but it's not good enough to be 53. I don't understand, but I would score probably close to the Rotten Tomatoes score though.
All right, now let's go ahead and give our review or rating of this movie. First off, I will say I will not recommend this to my surgeon nor anybody else that I've ever met in my entire life or will meet. I will never recommend this movie to anybody. It's best as a background movie, perhaps. Uh, I honestly think that they filmed this at the appropriate amount of time. It was an hour and 40 minutes. It felt long, but they needed that much time to actually explain their story. The story I thought was very, like we said before, very just vanilla. Here's a, jump to conclusions, Matt, and here you're going to jump to this one, and you're going to jump to the next one. With that, I'm going to give this one tree.
That's fair. You said it all. I do know that they made the characters good as far as the look of each character. They look just like the video game. I thought that was great, except for Rowan, who is a very big black man. Lilith, like I said before, is like 22, 23. She might even be 19. She's not a 40-year-old woman. So, but the look of Lilith was good. So that part was perfect. Didn't really play the games. I would not recommend this to my surgeon or anyone else. Like you said, a good background. The storyline, like you said, was A, B, C, very standard, very basic, everything we've seen before, no surprises, not great action, not great set pieces, acting okay, writing, blah. I'm going to agree with you and give it a half step higher because of boobs. So
because of Jamie Lee Curtis. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Trees in Space. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because then it'll let you know when you will get new episodes of Trees in Space. I've been Nate. That's been Jason. Until next time, we'll see you on Monday. What?